here. I just want to share this really quick. Can you see me here? I want to share this really quick business insight, I guess you can say, that I had. So earlier today, I was talking to, in a group chat, one of my friends, and what he brought up was a business that I started maybe 2 or 3 years ago that I wouldn't call it a fail, but I didn't see it all the way through. And looking back at it, was an email newsletter product. And looking back at the product, I was reading some of the email newsletters, and I was saying to myself, "Oh my goodness, this was so good, and it's so relevant to had I stuck with it, it would have exploded, especially in the day and age that we're in now." So it really, to be honest, got me down. I felt like I let down the people who believed in me and pushed me to really make this business email newsletter actual reality. So I spent some time, in my pity party mood, but then I just pulled out my napkin. I love drawing. I love writing my insights on the napkin. If I can't fit my ideas or my insights on the napkin, that means that it's not really thought about or really digested and distilled in my mind. So this is what I did. And I'm sure you can't see this, but let me just give you an overview of what I have here. So on the top here, it's a timeline. And there are some, I guess you can call them experts in the startup world, say that most entrepreneurs have 15 years to do 5 different ventures. 15 years, 5 different ventures. So what I want to show you here, so that's what I did. So I drew out the timeline of 15 years, and then I wrote down 5 different boxes to represent the ventures that I've started over the last 15 years. So as you can see, I have 3 of the 5 boxes that are already filled out. And what I did was, not only did I put the venture name in the box, I also noted how long that venture, I was moving that venture forward until it fizzled out. And what started to emerge was this interesting trend. And one of the trends I saw was that each business venture that I was a part of, that I led, would be a 2-year run. And after about 2 years, things would fizzle out. Another trend that I realized was, well, let me talk about this one. So my first venture, which was a music group that I was a part of that really had some success early, I didn't start my next venture until 14 years later until I started my next venture. And then once I started that one, I started 2 within 2 years apart. So I began to really start to see different trends that are emerging from this particular exercise. So in conclusion, and I'm actually keeping myself accountable with this video and actually putting you in my journey as well. As you notice, there's 2 boxes that aren't filled. So what that let me know, what it signaled to me, is that I roughly have, according to this theory of every entrepreneur has 5 good startups in them within a 15-year span, I have 2 more ventures left in me with a total of 10 years. So over the next decade, from 2020 to 2030, I have about 2 ventures left in me that if something's gonna pop off for me in the next decade, it's gonna happen. And like Jay-Z said, you only need to be right once. So what I do is I go back and I look at, like I said before, I'm looking at the ventures that I started, and I can begin to break down the characteristics that I'm gonna need, or the lessons that I learned, the gems that I got out of it, in order to make sure that when I start my next venture, that the probability of success goes up. So with that said, I wanted to share that with you because I was actually just going through that right now. Let me know in the comments. Make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. Like I said, I'm going to be sharing some more business insight with you. So with that said, I'm over and out. Have a good rest of the day.